welcome to a brand new episode of the SKRAMMVIEW. Today we'll be talking about RuPaul's Drag Race. We'll only be talking about the US seasons and the regular seasons at that, because there's too many. You know, there's... I was looking at the camera, I didn't know you were dying.
I muted. It was very good timing the second you started talking.
Yeah, that's just the fate. I hope y'all like the new set. Very quirky. This crown that I won. The scepter. Muskan's still dying. So yeah, we're talking about seasons 1 through 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race, the US version, because there's too many internationals and all-stars to put in one 30-minute video. So I'll just keep going. Yeah. So if you want us to do the all-star seasons or any international seasons, let us know down below and we'll do them. Because why not? Also, let me know if you want me to cover season 16 when that comes out, because that could be fun. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? And the question of the week will be, what's your favorite season of Drag Race and why? I want to know. I need to know, because I don't have a favorite. I really don't. I like them all, kind of. We'll get into it.
Mine is Drag Race España, even though that's not from the main Drag Race. For season 1.
Muskan's, that's the only one that Muskan's watched.
Yeah. And it was amazing.
And it was good. It was good. We'll also be doing a tier list for all the seasons, because why not? So, let me pull up my notes that I took 10 minutes ago. So
I love the little comments that you just have.
I stole these from someone else. Well, I stole most of them. I did add this bottom 3 because they had like a haven't watched, but obviously I've watched them all. Yeah. So I just added bottom 3.
You know your Drag Race lore.
I know my audience. I know the gays, even though I'm not one of them. Ugh, God forbid. But especially today on whatever set, I don't know what it's called today. I think today's like,
I know what it's called on the Saturday.
It's my grandma sent us a text about it. She's religious. Glorious Saturday.
That's a thing?
Yeah, today's Glorious Saturday. Yesterday was Good Friday, today's Glorious Saturday, and tomorrow's Easter.
What's with the sudden shift into just Easter?
I don't know, maybe it has another day.
What does Easter mean?
It's when God was reborn. For the second time.
No, like the name.
East, I have no idea.
Yeah. Anyway.
Okay. So we're starting with season 1, which is right here. Season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race aired February 2nd, 2009, with a total of 9 episodes. Now, in my notes, I have a few things. As you're seeing these pictures of season 1, you can tell that they have a certain je ne sais quoi. They're take Muskan's background and make that the whole screen. They're very blurry. They have what we call the Vaseline filter. This was done because back then there was no money, right? This was the first season of this kind of show, so they were on a budget. And the cameras were so bad that RuPaul said add filters because I don't want anyone to look busted.
They pulled a me.
So they just added filters on filters on filters on filters.
I need to see the editing of the first season now. How is it?
I haven't. Okay, I'll be honest. I haven't watched it fully. I watched the first episode, but it's very different because originally so when they were making Drag Race, it was supposed to be more. It was supposed to be closer to America's Next Top Model, rather than what we know Drag Race to be now. It was more focused on the looks and the runway than the actual challenges. And you can even see the stage is very different because it was so cheap. It was this teeny tiny stage that could probably fit in my room. It was tiny. It was weird. It looked like it was
in your room.
Yeah, it was tiny. It looked like they were filming in RuPaul's like backyard or his garage. You should look it up. Obviously, audience, you're watching this right now. I'm putting pictures up. So I can't really rate technically season 1, but I'm gonna put it on your save because it's the first season, and I'm not gonna be rude. And the winner of season 1 was BB Sahar Benet, an icon.
That's tiny.
It's tiny.
Like size
Tiny.
doesn't matter, but they look like they're gonna fall off.
What? Someone did fall. She fell. Someone did fall. One person.
Me. Oh, I see what you mean by the filters. Oh my god.
Yeah, it looks like Vaseline. It looks like if I grab some of my forehead sweat or grease and just put it over the camera.
It's like how my old, like really, really old Samsung phone used to take pictures with just like the
Literally.
layer of ooh.
Of film. Whatever that was.
It's like it's how it feels to have nystigmatism.
I was driving today, and the sun was in the spot where you can't use your visor because it was too low, but it was still hitting my eyes, and there was just a giant streak. And I was like, oh, that's so pretty.
That's been happening like every day. It's so blinding.
I'm like, okay, son, calm down, calm down. So now we move on to season 2. Season 2 aired February 1st, 2010. Ooh, yes. With a total of 12 episodes. So we got a little bump. We got 3 more episodes. They also got more queens. And some notable stuff about season 2. If you look at the set from season 2, it's basically what we still have now, with just some cosmetic upgrades. But the stage actually hasn't changed if you really think about it. They've added stuff, they've changed some lighting, they've made it look nicer, but at its core, it's still the same stage, which I find crazy. But some notable stuff about this season mainly revolves around our winner. So our winner's name, I'm like so dehydrated, I should have gotten some water. Oh well. Our winner's name is King Tyra. Now, she used to go formerly as Tyra Sanchez. She changed her name. So she... Ooh. My phone is so dirty. My phone looks like season 1 right now.
Me. My glasses right now.
Mine, too. My eyes might have these lashes on.
Oh my god, there's the streaks.
There's nothing. But
Also, I dropped an M&M, and it was blue.
Muskan dropped me on the floor. On the floor.
Sorry.
Like a dirty pig.
That's what you get for lying to us about not watching the first season in full.
That's true. I do deserve that. I apologize, audience.
False advertising.
False advertising.
We're honest here at Scram. We've never done clickbait. Or exaggerated anything.
Mm-mm. All been true. It's all been true. Can I make it big? Oh, I can make it bigger. I wish I could. I'm just gonna do this. I won't be able to see my screen, but that's okay. There we go. Okay. So, notable things about season 2 didn't really happen during the season, but after the season, as I said, our winner decided to call a bomb threat on DragCon, which is a convention that they have. I forget when.
Hello?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a bomb threat. She said, I forgot what she said exactly, but it was like, I'll probably see if I can find the posts. But it was like, don't go to DragCon. Don't say I didn't warn you, with little bomb emoji. And then on her website, she had a little timer. It turned out she was just releasing music, but so she was banned from DragCon.
Yeah, why would she think that was a good idea?
I wish I knew. And another, this is actually fairly recent. This is from like last week. She came to a podcast. She was talking about how no one wanted her to win, and how the only person that actually wanted her to win was RuPaul, because back then RuPaul actually made the decisions. Yeah, nowadays it's different, but back then RuPaul actually made the decisions, and no one apparently liked it that she won, because I don't know why exactly, but they didn't like her. They wanted other people. This other girl, her name was Raven. They wanted her to win. So basically, she always felt like she didn't deserve the win because no one wanted her to win. So I do feel bad for her, but she did, and then she did quit drag for a bit. I believe during 2020 or 2021 she quit drag, but she's back at it now as King Tyra. So that's season 2. Season 2 was crazy.
Damn.
Season 2 was pretty good though as a season. I'm gonna put it on your safe as well above season 1 because it was good. It wasn't like ooh, but it was good.
I feel like most of the early seasons might just land there.
I think so. I think they will. Just make sure I'm recording properly. Okay.
Imagine you weren't.
I would have killed myself. Jumped off the building. Jump off.
In the basement.
From the basement. Jump onto the ground. So now we have
Climb up onto the ground.
Exactly. And then jump back into the basement. I'm gonna reverse the death drop and drop dead. So season 3 premiered January 24th, 2011, with a total of 16 episodes. This is the longest season that they had for a while, up until the newer season 13 onward. But for a while, this was the longest season with 16 episodes, although not all of them were competitive episodes. The main thing about this season was that the winner was actually leaked before the season aired by notable gay Perez Hilton. Because we love Perez Hilton so much. He actually revealed the winner, Raja, before the season even started filming, or airing, not filming, obviously, before it started airing, because people knew that she was going to win because she kind of had ties to RuPaul. She knew RuPaul.
So was it nepotism?
I don't know. She did come back and competed on All-Star 7, and she was pretty iconic, I will say. She did actually work for America's Next Top Model as a makeup artist. So you see some of the seasons, she'll be there. And there were some episodes where she came in drag, which was kind of iconic. But yeah, season 3 was really long. And it was weird because it was long, but they also didn't have that many contestants. So I think contestants came back, they only bring back once, maybe twice. They just kind of, it was weird. It was weird. It was really long. And it was awkward. It felt like it wasn't planned to be that long. Like it was an accident that they just kept saving queens or bringing them back. It was weird. So season 3, honestly, season 3 has so many iconic moments. I mean, get her off of me. Drag is not a contact sport. During a lip sync, one of the girls stopped off the stage to try to get the judges' attention, and then the other girl went and carried her back into the stage. And that's why drag is not a contact sport. Really iconic. There's other iconic moments. There's so many. There's too many to count. So we're gonna put that definitely here. Or
my hypothesis, it's continuing.
It's continuing. This might be, I don't know, this might be like blasphemy. Some people might be like, these are amazing. You know what, season 3 though, I will put it here actually, because it is really, really, really good. Do recommend.
It's like you're biased towards it.
Yeah, also it's weird because these 3 seasons were they're so old that they're actually in 4:3 aspect ratio.
Wait, really? It's that old?
Yeah, these are in 4:3 aspect ratio. So if you see it, you'll have the black bars on the sides. Season 4 was the first season to go, I think it was 720p HD resolution.
Damn. When did it come out? When did it first start?
Well, if you were paying attention, you would have known that season 1 started airing February 2nd, 2009.
Damn. I wasn't paying attention. Whenever I hear dates, they just go.
Smooth brain over here. Season 1 started airing January 30th, 2012. Election year. Woo! There's a lot of notable things for this season. Very iconic season, I will say. Obviously, the winner, Sharon Needles, I think she groomed a kid, right? We've talked about this. Just on YouTube.
Oh, is that? Oh.
Yeah, she.
You say so much. See, everybody comes out as a groomer that at this point I don't even know who you're talking about.
That's true. There's been a few. Actually, there's been groomers, but there's been a few creepies. So I believe she gave, if I remember correctly, it was drugs to a child, maybe something like that. I don't know. I don't know the specifics. I don't remember exactly. I don't really care to because disgusting people don't deserve my attention. So, other notable things. This was the first time we actually got disqualification in the series, and I think the only one that's not due to injury. Unless you count self-disqualification, but those are different. Willem was disqualified. During the season, they said that she was disqualified because she was getting conjugal visits from her husband. But now she's come out and said that she was disqualified because she would sneak out of her hotel room, and she would break rules. And she says she did it because the people were actually really rude to the queens, and they were racists. They would call the queens of color slurs.
Really?
Including the winner. Apparently, she would say the N-word to some of the queens. She's worn Confederate flags. That's why we don't stand that winner.
Oh, damn. I'm surprised that they were allowed on. I mean, considering RuPaul,
That you would think, but RuPaul's worn. I believe she's worn Confederate flags in the past. I feel like I remember seeing her in the dress. I could be mistaken. It might be the other one, but another notable thing. There was this big fight in the season. It wasn't a fight like physical, but it was a fight. The iconic "Go Back to Party City Where You Belong," with Jeremy Carey, formerly known as Fifi O'Hara. She actually got a lot of hate during the season. She was the first villain of Drag Race with the villain edit, if you will. And then she came back. This is sad because she came back for All Stars 2 in 2016, and she got the same edit. And it was just like, that's why she doesn't use the name Fifi O'Hara anymore, because of the hate. So that's why she changed her name to Jeremy Carey.
Oh, was there like a reason that she got hate? Or was it just...
It's because of the edit. People thought she was a horrible person.
So, blaming on the edit does have some merit, basically.
I don't know. It might not. If you're casting, I didn't say anything. That's all I'm gonna say. So that's
Scandal
season 4.
For next Drag Race.
Scandal season 16. I'm applying. I'm not applying. I would not last an episode. You know what? I'd be happy if I lasted the first episode and then I went home. I would not be mad. Season 6.
You'd be honored.
I'm gonna skip season 5. Season 5 aired January 28th, 2013, with another 14 episodes.
Wait, you didn't rank season 4.
Oh yeah, thank you, girl. Thank you. Season 4,
of course,
obviously here. It's so good. It's so good. Highly recommend. That's also the first season I watched as of year. I went from 4 to 7, and then I think I went 8, and then went back. Yeah, then I did 1, 2, 3, and then 9, and now I've kept up. Or not 1. Sorry, 2, 3. Because 1 wasn't available back then.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Because it was on Prime Video and they didn't have season 1 for some reason. I'm not sure why.
Yeah. Racism.
So let me see how many seasons. For 1, 2, 3, 4. Basically from season 4 till season 7, all of them have 14 episodes. So I'm not going to say, oh, this one have 14 episodes. They all have 14 episodes, which was the standard for a while. So season 5, as I said, started airing January 28th, 2013. Some notable things where we got our second girl with the villain edit, which was Roxy Andrews. We also got, I feel like we've had this edit before, but it was really not a big thing until I feel like season 4 and then season 5 as well with Jinx Monsoon. She got the underdog edit. So she ended up winning because of that, obviously. And I mean, she's an icon. She was, I think she's still in Chicago. Was in Chicago. Mama Morton. Icon. There's many videos on TikTok, so I won't post it here because I don't want to get copyright. But, I mean, Jinx is an icon. She won not just once, but twice. She's won Drag Race twice. Our first winner that's won twice. It's crazy. Yeah, so that's the main thing of season 5. Also, one of the contestants was the previous winners, Sharon Needles. They were boyfriends back in the day. They broke up. I forgot why, but they were boyfriends. And yeah, that's kind of another thing. Alaska, obviously, icon. So season 5 was pretty good. I'm gonna put it. Ooh, I'll put it. Oh nope. Ah. I'm gonna put it right there. Nope, right there.
I'm waiting for when somebody goes into Sashay Away. I'm waiting for.
Honestly, I don't really have many sachet. I don't even know if any of them are gonna go into Sashay Away. I do really like the show, but there are some that will get close, I think.
Okay.
So, season 6, iconic season, February 24th, 2014. Another election year was 2016. Never mind. Yes.
It's a pretty big election year.
2012, the biggest election year of them all. 2014. What am I saying? 2014. Oh my god. Dates are hard.
Now you see why it's smooth brain.
Season 6 is considered the best season of Drag Race by many, including myself. It was pretty good. I mean, there was still a villain in all those edits, but it was such good TV. It was so good. It was so good.
What made it good?
The drama, like, it was so dramatic for no reason. Like the we'll be back, and then it will do like a little like after the break thing, and it would be like completely spliced footage that didn't make sense. It was
SKRAMM.
Don't you dare call me out like that. I would never. I would never. Like, for example, footage would be like, oh, I'm gonna call my boyfriend, and then because they wanna call, and then it'd be like, when we come back, I love you, I love you. Oh my god, I had a crush on her the whole time. It was like it was so funny. It was so funny.
God.
And
I watched season 6.
oh yes, I highly recommend. It was so good. The tea about season 6 is after what happened with Raja and getting exposed as the winner, they started doing the live finales, which they do till this day, for the U.S. seasons at least. And during this season, they filmed each queen winning, because obviously they don't show who wins. They film everyone winning, but they also filmed a double win between two of the queens, Adore Delano and Bianca Del Rio, which basically cemented the fact that the other girl there, Courtney Act, was not going to win. Because it's like, oh, they get a double win. So she obviously didn't win. Bianca Del Rio was the winner. It was very shady. And then I think Courtney actually got blocked by RuPaul at that point. I don't know if she's still blocked, because she called him out on the transphobic stuff that happened later.
That's not a good look, RuPaul.
But Courtney, honestly, she's a household name in Australia. She's Australia. So she's a household name there. Like, everyone knows her. She was on the first season of Australia's Got Talent.
Australian's Got Talent.
I think so. I think it was Australian Idol. It might have been Australian Idol. It was Australian Idol.
One of those.
It was that one, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, iconic season, loved it. Season 6 is definitely right there. Okay. Season 7. Season 7 had very, 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 very big shoes to fill. Season 7 started airing March 2nd, 2015. Let's say it wasn't taken kindly by the fans. Although we did get many iconic queens, including the icon Jasmine Masters, and that's Jasmine Masters right there.
Oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
really? An
Yeah.
icon.
She's so iconic. She did that. You don't taste that? That shit in your mouth? Like, I love Jasmine Masters.
Tell me she won.
Not even close.
Damn.
But she came back for All Stars,
Good enough for me.
and she went home first.
Oh. Okay. Just break my heart like that.
I had to. Ironically, the winner ended up being Violet Chachki, which at the beginning of the season, no one liked her. And it was weird because I watched the season and I was like, what is happening? What is happening? Because she so at the beginning she was like a brat. She was kind of spoiled. No one liked her. And then somehow the editing just randomly from one episode to another switched completely into her favor, and I don't know why. I still don't know why that happened. I mean, Violet's an iconic queen. But it was just weird how it randomly just flipped into her favor after almost insinuating she was the villain of the season. I just got like whiplash from it. It was so weird.
Was it a poorly executed redemption arc?
I want to say yes. Yes. So, but yeah, season 7 was not liked by the fans, mainly because they said it was a lackluster group of girls. That's in quotes because someone actually said that, I think. But season 7 wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. It wasn't the best. It's okay. Rewatching it, I kind of get comfortable sometimes because there's some weird moments that are just like.
Like what?
Oh, it's hard to explain. So they're doing a Shakespeare inspired acting challenge, and the queens don't know their lines, and RuPaul got really mad at them and started yelling at them on the main stage because they kept making excuses after excuses, and it's like, I don't want any more excuses anymore. And I was just like, oh, well then.
Yikes. I want to see that.
It was pretty iconic. Oh, and one of the queens, her name is Pearl. RuPaul actually stated that the only reason why Pearl made it to the finale, she made it to top 3, was because she was and I quote, handsome guy that people would connect to. or connect with, I guess. Although Pearl should have gone home so much sooner, but that's besides the point. We love Pearl. Pearl actually reacted to that the clip because I think it was in the podcast. It's a pretty funny video. I highly recommend that video too. Pearl's an iconic queen. Sorry, my phone keeps turning off. Okay, but season 7 was. Ooh. I'm gonna put it here.
Oh, this is spicy.
Season 8. Season 8 is a weird season, mainly because Season 8 actually had 10 episodes, as opposed to the normal 14. And I'll get into why. I mean, it started airing March 7th, 2016. An election year. Correct election year that time. And, okay, so the reason why Season 8 was so short was because they actually had to split their budget in half when making All-Stars 2, because All-Stars 1 was actually a flop. No one liked All-Stars 1.
Oh, really?
It was a flop. Floppity flop flop. So they were like, if we're gonna make another one, we can't give you more money. You're gonna have to use the money you have. So they're like, okay. So they basically split the money in half, and half of it went to Season 8, and the other half went to All-Stars. I'm gonna have this fucking cancer.
That's a huge risk they took, especially considering the last season didn't do so well either.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It was a huge risk. It paid off. All-Stars 2 is regarded as one of the best seasons ever of Drag Race. Mainly because of the cast of queens. They were an iconic bunch.
Even with such a small budget? Damn.
The season was also, I think that was also, was that one 8 episodes? That one might have been 8 episodes, maybe 9. I think it was 9 with the reunion. So they didn't have many queens, but it was an iconic season. So back to season 8, back to the actual one I'm supposed to be reviewing. Season 8, it was a good season. I mean, there was a good bit of drama. There was some sadness. We got an iconic queen, Chi Chi DeVayne, from the season. May she rest in peace. She was trying to think of what else. Oh, we also got Robbie Turner. So Robbie Turner, she lied about getting in a car accident. It was weird. We still don't know what happened because she kind of dropped from the face of the earth. No one's seen her.
Oh.
But she basically said online like, "Oh yeah, I was in an Uber, and then we got into an accident. I think my driver died." And Uber came out, was like, there was no accidents reported anywhere near your area. And
not Uber coming out.
And she was like, "Oh, I think I just hit my head on the bathtub and hallucinated or something." It is so weird. It was so weird. I kind of live for it, low key, because it's the delusion. It's a delusion that I strive for.
It's giving you telling people that your mom died on Roblox.
Exactly. But yeah, season 8 was pretty good. Short, but good. Bob the Drag Queen won this season. An iconic queen. We stand Bob the Drag Queen, Muskan. We do. We really do. Season 8, it was good. I'm gonna put it here. Because it was good, but it was short. It was too short. I wish it was more.
Damn.
Now, season 9. This is kind of where the end of my notes. I did not get to finish them. But season 9.
Even with the extra time?
Yes, because I started them like at 9.
You were planning on getting them
I forgot. I almost forgot to do my reflection for ECE. But I got it done. That one they get done. Okay, so season 9 started airing March 24th, 2017. This is the first season that I watched while it was airing. Oh, no. Technically, it was All-Stars 2, but it was the first mainline series that I started watching once it started airing. So, season 9 has a lot of differences from season 8. It went back to the 14-episode standard. It switched from Logo TV to VH1. So, they got the budget. I mean, the first episode had Lady Gaga in it, so they have budgets. Lady Gaga. The budget. And they also did change the finale format. So, okay, so from season 1 to 3, there was no finale. It was just a reunion because the winner was crowned on stage during the season's filming. And then from season 4 till season 6, excuse me, sorry, I had to burp. From season 4 to season 6, they had the top 3 there, but it was just a reunion. And at the end of the reunion, they would just crown the winner. So nothing really happened. And then for season 7 and 8, they decided to give the top 3 a minute and a half little musical numbers that they would perform before RuPaul chose the winner. And then for season 9, it was the first time we actually had a top 4 instead of a top 3. So they decided to do what we now know as the lip sync for the crown, where 2 queens face off, and then the winners of those 2 brackets face off for the final lip sync to see who wins. In season 9, it worked. And it worked because it was different, it was new, and it was fresh. That didn't last long, but during season 9, it was good. We had this iconic moment when Sasha Velour is lip syncing. She's singing Emotions. I'm so emotional, baby. Blah, blah. And she has a wig. And she starts pulling her wig up, and flower petals just start raining down.
That's the drama, like, I feel like you would want in life.
Exactly. I want, every time I fart, I want little flower petals to come out. You know?
I feel like that get annoying after a while.
Oh, but then you can use them as toilet paper. Reduce, reuse, recycle.
All natural.
All natural. Soft for the tush. So, and obviously Sasha Velour won with that stunt that she pulled. That's the end of my notes. So we're just gonna go. I'm gonna try my best. How long have we been recording? Let me rank it first. Actually, before I. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna have to put this here. You know what? Oh, wait. I'm gonna do that.
Scandalous.
I'm embracing my name Scandal here. So, season 10. Season 10 started airing March 22nd, 2018, with a total of 14 episodes. Season 10 was good. I don't have any notes, so I'm going based off memory, and I loved it. I think it was a really good season. So the promo for this look, as you can see, kind of, it's really tiny picture, but it was neon. So it was like, all neon and bright colors, and I liked it. I think it's a really cool moment, and I think that it was a pretty good season. Although I know some people didn't like it because towards the end it lost steam, and I do agree with that. Like the first few episodes were really, really good, and it just started slowly just going sour.
How come? Like, what happened?
The challenges just started getting weird, and then there was a challenge where I believe this was the second to last main challenge. It was a runway, and basically you had to present 2 looks. It was like your look and then your inner saboteur look, which you would think, first of all, mental illness can be really hard to deal with, especially on TV. And then you getting red for not representing the mental illness correctly. It's kind of weird.
I feel like it would have been better as just like a regular challenge, you know?
And it was weird. It was weird because it's like, oh, you got put in the bottom because your mental illness wasn't enough? Like, it was weird. It was really weird. And they also had an acting challenge towards the end that was not good. It was a parody on Westworld. It was called Breast World. I kind of liked it low-key, but I could tell the writing was not the best.
Like guilty pleasure.
Like, exactly. And then the finale happens, and there's a picture, infamous picture. I'm going to put it up on screen now. With the top 4, they had their outfits, but all their outfit was like a giant black tarp covering them because you could tell they were going to all do a reveal. So it was like they're all wearing this giant clunky outfit, and they're like, oh yeah, I'm serving looks, and it's just like they're just a ball. This was also when Aisha O'Hara caused Butterfly Gate. She tried to have live butterflies inside her outfit so that she could release them and make it spectacular.
I think you told me about this.
And they all died. So there's dead butterflies all over the floor. It was said that apparently one of them landed on RuPaul and they had to halt filming to get it off.
That's horrifying. I would have screamed.
I mean, like, ew. It was really gross. But the winner ended up being Aquaria, which people were saying it was kind of shady because apparently they edited out a lot of her parts because she messed up. Apparently she like slipped or something, and they cut that part out of the actual episode. So people were like, oh, it was just in favor of her. But she's an iconic queen, so I will say that. gonna put season 10 here.
Mm-hmm.
So that's season 10. So I'm gonna move on to season 11. Season 11 started airing February 28th, 2019. A total of 14 episodes. Every season has 14 episodes up until season 16, or season 13. So season 14 was... season 11, what am I saying? Season 11 was the last, what I would call the last normal season before the pandemic hit. This was done 2019, early 2019. It had 15 queens with a total of 14 episodes. I don't know if you can smell the problem from that, but too many queens, too little screen time. Mm-hmm. So at the beginning, people were getting eliminated, and you're like, I don't even know who this queen is. Who is she? Do I know her? Am I supposed to know her? And it kind of made it obvious, because then they would try to give screen time to the girls who was going to get eliminated, but then they would be the featured girl, basically, of the episode, so you would know who to go home from the beginning.
I mean, I feel like I wouldn't mind that concept if it was, like, executed better, you know?
But when you make it so obvious, and when the whole point of that show is to be like, oh, who's going to win?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, girl.
If they did it from the beginning, then it's like, oh, cool. It's like the main character moments.
So, yeah. And that was the main criticism of the season. It was too many girls, too little screen time. And I do agree. Yeah. And then I'm trying to remember the final lip syncs. They were pretty decent, I think. They were decent. The winner, Evie Oddly, had this beautiful... It was like this brown dress. And she had this beautiful headpiece that was made of, like, a mirror. And she turned around, and she had, like, a mask in the back of her head. And then she would bend down, and you would just... It was... I don't know. It was so cool. It was such a cool... That's one of my favorite looks of all time. I think it's beautiful. But season 11 was not the best season for the fans. The fans did not really like the season because of that. And I kind of agree. Also, for the final... So they did Queens Everywhere as their final, like... Excuse me. This is when they did the... I should probably... So let's go back to season 1. From season 1 till season 8 to season 8, they did a RuPaul music video at the end. That was the final episode. But they didn't do their own lyrics. They didn't do anything. They were just in the music video doing their own thing. And then season 9 and 10, basically 9 through... I'm trying to think. I would say 9 through 12. They started writing their own lyrics, and they would perform it on the main stage. And for season 11, they had, I believe they had 5 queens doing it, which is already a lot of queens, but these later seasons get crazy with the amount of queens that are at the end. There was 5 queens, and they apparently used a take that was not actually meant to be the final take. They apparently used one of the rehearsal takes for some reason. And one of the queens actually broke her heel during that thing. So she was trying not to dance too hard because A, it was rehearsal, and B, she broke her heel. So she was just trying to dance, but without, breaking her shoe completely.
And ankle.
And ankle, probably, yeah. And basically her criticism of the runway was, you didn't give enough. You didn't give enough. And I was like, well, yeah, she had a broken shoe, bitch. Obviously she was not going to give enough.
That's unfair. It was their mistake.
And then they sent her home.
For their mistake?
Mm-hmm. Because press probably on purpose.
Is there tea behind that?
I don't know. That's what I'm assuming it was on purpose. I mean, there's no mistakes in TV, let's be honest here.
Yeah, like that's just staged.
Reality TV.
Mm-hmm. How staged is RuPaul? Just like, in your opinion?
Depends on the season. Yeah, like down under season 1, heavy stage. It was so staged that it was tilted stage, from back in the day. People were hurting their ankles. And there are some seasons, like España seasons, that do not feel staged. They feel authentic, and that's why we love them.
That's why we stand. So
season 11, I'm gonna put it... I don't think it's bad enough to go into Sashay Away. I'm gonna put Sashay Away. Fuck it.
Oh my god, we finally got one.
I was like, this is the only season that might go down there.
And you want to have something, because you already have it set up.
I mean, look at this beauty. So now we go to season 12. Season 12 is nicknamed the pandemic season because it started airing February 28th, 2020.
Yikes.
They learned from their previous mistake with season 11, and instead of doing 15 queens, they did, I believe it was 13. So they cut down 2 queens, which major improvement. Now some tea with the season. There's a lot. So let's start with Sherry Pie. Muskan knows about Sherry Pie. Miss Sherry Pie was she catfished many men as Allison Mosey, pretending to be a casting director and soliciting explicit videos from them in exchange for roles in upcoming media that never existed. She was exposed by someone that she hurt, and she was disqualified from the season, so they edited her out, which apparently also altered the season. That's a whole other thing I'll get into after.
Wait, so they edited her out completely from the season, or
not completely
after a certain point?
They tried to edit her out the best they could.
Okay, so the reveal happened while it was airing?
Yeah, after I think the first episode started airing, that's when they were like, oh, and they disqualified her. But the hard part about that was she made it to the final 4.
Oh.
And she won a couple challenges, so they couldn't completely edit her out, but they had to try to cut back as much as they could. During one of the episodes, they actually edited out her runway. And then the creator of the garment was like, hey, I know that this person sucks ass, but I worked my ass off for that garment to be shown on TV, and it wasn't. And blah, blah, blah. Which I do agree with. I mean, creating an outfit, it's not easy. Mm-hmm. So, especially because they only get 2 weeks to prepare their looks for the season.
I think they should crop the face out.
Blur the face.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done that.
Censor the name.
Yeah, they could have done that too. Damn. But yeah, and then she did win a few challenges, and the money that she won was actually sent to I don't know which organization, but it was sent to an organization instead of giving it to her. Another thing with season 12, as I mentioned, because of the editing out of her, a lot of storylines felt weird because she was part of them. And with her out of it, it felt weird. So there was this storyline with her and this other queen named Britta Filter. I love that name. She only went by Britta in the show because legally. There's another queen who her name was Jan Sport, but she can only go by Jan.
I love that though.
Which is weird because Trixie Mattel, they didn't care about that one.
Maybe because it's a little different.
I think so, but besides
like just saying Mattel isn't.
Yeah, copyright, trademarked. So what ended up happening is, they were not attacking, but they were kind of bullying. I'm saying that in quotes because I don't know what happened. Obviously, I wasn't there, but they were apparently kind of bullying this other queen. Her name is Aiden Sane. They were kind of being because they were kind of, I guess, I don't know why they were doing it, but from what I saw on TV, it came across as they didn't like her because she wasn't a performer. So she was what you call a bedroom queen. Someone who doesn't go out to the club. They just do drag in their bedroom. Me.
Scandal.
Scandal is a bedroom queen. And what?
She's an iconic bedroom queen.
She sleeps in. And that's okay.
Mm-hmm. She's well rested.
Exactly. No eye bags here.
But they're sexy.
Only on you. But they were kind of attacking her, especially because she was actually doing kind of well. Like the judges liked her and her personality, and I guess they didn't like that because they thought they were going to be doing better. But what ended up happening was since they edited out Sherry Pie, it looked like it was just Britta attacking her, and then the fans, being Drag Race fans, attacked Britta to the point where she actually had to quit drag for a while.
Even though, if I remember what you said correctly, she was the victim?
No, she was the one that's attacking, but
okay,
it's a TV show, reality TV, so don't know what actually happens. And they were attacking her, and her mental state was really bad. She mentioned that she had depressive thoughts, and especially during the pandemic, she had to isolate because she is an asthmatic queen, as she said. So she was completely. I knew you were gonna say that. We
You
are
know me
heard.
so well.
We are heard.
I see you.
And you see me. Because you're just like me. And I'm just like you. And yeah, she quit drag for a bit. I think she's back. I'm not sure. I don't keep up with a lot of queens, unfortunately. I really should. But that's another thing of the season. And the other thing. I'm talking a lot about season 12, but season 12 was like a lot because of the pandemic.
I want to know all the tea. It's really like entertaining.
So season 12, because it was during the pandemic, they couldn't film a reunion or a finale, obviously. So what they had to do was for the reunion, it was just basically a Zoom call. So it was just basically like when you see me and Muskan, little pictures on screen, and they were all kicking. It was actually a really good reunion, if I'm being honest. It was really entertaining. I loved it. And then the finale was weird because they couldn't leave their house, but they had to lip sync. So they had to. It was a weird format. They did like They had one where it was a close up mouth lip sync, so it was just like the mouth, like blah 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 blah. Then they had one where it was just them lip syncing to a song they chose, and then they had another one where it was like them lip syncing to a specific song set by the production. It was a lot. It's kind of complicated. It was weird too because it's like, you're just watching a video feed. They're not on stage doing their thing, and some of them didn't have much room. Mm-hmm. And then one of the queens, her name is Gigi Good, apparently rented a studio to film hers. And she almost got disqualified because that was against the rules. The rules were you had to do it in your home.
I'd assume for fairness.
Yeah, for fairness, exactly.
As close you could get to fairness.
Mm-hmm. So she apparently had to refilm hers in like a day or something. But our winner, Jessens Hall, iconic queen. She was actually... Is that? Oh, that should not be like that. Sorry. She was people didn't like that she won, and they said that she only won because of the BLM movement, because she is a black queen. And it's like,
of course, Drag Race fans.
Drag Race fans are known for being racist and homophobic, even sometimes, like low-key.
And also fatphobic, right?
Fatphobic, transphobic. Mm-hmm. I blame RuPaul for that one, but
yeah, that part's not really that surprising considering it's Drag Race.
Mm-hmm. And basically, people were saying that, and I was like, no, she won because she did amazing, because she's an icon and she deserved to win, and that's just that. Not because of a movement to empower black voices. No, that's not why she won. Yes, did it happen at the same time? Yes, but she didn't win because of that. She could have won even if that wasn't happening.
They're just mad that a black queen won.
Exactly.
They could just say that they're racist.
Exactly. Say it for the people in the back of the room.
Just say that you think that they're not better than white queens. Just say it.
Exactly.
Just say it.
And you want to know who was attacking her? The fans of a white queen.
Just say that you don't like black queens. Just say it.
Just say it. Exactly. But season 12 was really good. I'm gonna put season 12 right. I feel like I was too nice to some of these seasons. I'm sorry. I'm gonna have to move them down. Give me a sec. I'm gonna move her down to here.
The more you talk about the better ones, you're like,
I'll put her there. That's better. I'm gonna move her up because I feel kind of guilty. Okay. So season 13. Season 13 was the first season filmed during the shutdown. This was filmed, I think, during the summer of 2020, right when the protocol started being, I guess, implemented for filming and people were allowed to film. This is the first season since season 3 that became a 16-episode season, which is now what we have for every season after that.
You prefer that?
I'll get into that at the end because it depends. Well, I'll get into it. This season did well, I would say, with the 16 episodes. Season 13 started airing January 1st, 2021. I actually remember because this aired the same day that Doctor Who Evil the Daleks was airing, so I was switching between channels watching both of them, and I got really confused.
At the same time?
It was really confusing. I was like, what is happening? I had to go back and rewatch them afterwards.
It was better to just pick one.
Yeah, but I hate ads. I hate waiting for ads. So season 13 did not start off good. The first episode was weird. So season 11 season 1 through 11, excluding season 6, had a regular premiere. All the queens came in, they did a challenge, and someone would go home. Season 6 did a double premiere, so they actually split the queens in half. Half did one challenge, and half did the same challenge with different like materials. And then they came back as episode 3 together.
Is that the one we saw together? Is this the season?
No, that was season 12. Starting season 12, they did split premieres again. And they changed the main challenges because before it used to be a construction, so they would make a look. And then with season 12, they changed it to be the Rusical numbers. They did like a song remix. That's where Muskan listened. Muskan loved "You Don't Know Me."
So much.
But "On That Bitch" is still a bop.
It is.
And so is you Don't Know Me. See, I love musical theater, but that song was so bad. Although the queens weren't bad, it was the song itself.
It didn't.
The queen parts were actually really good.
Yeah, they were fine. It was just really for Chicago.
I don't know. But season 13 continued the same thing as season 12. They did congratulations and okay, no, let me go back to, so the first episode was what they called the pork chop. Pork chop is it's the name of the first queen ever eliminated on Drag Race. Her name is Victoria Pork Chop Parker. So now every queen who goes home first is called a pork chop queen. So season 13 for the first episode, they would bring 2 queens in, and I think they did this because of COVID protocols, but I'm not sure. This is not confirmed. This is just what I believe. 2 queens would come in. They would do their I'm from New York. Oh, I'm here to win. And then they would go like, there would be an alarm. And then RuPaul would be like, ooh, girl, head to the main stage. And they would go to the main stage. They would introduce themselves to RuPaul and the judges. And then they're like, now you got to lip sync for your life. So they basically eliminated half the girls on the first episode.
Damn.
No, but then it gets better. Then they go, oh, RuPaul, you eliminated half the girls. How are we going to do the season? And he's like, oh. And then she's like, eliminated girls, you must select one of you to go home and for the rest of you to stay. So they choose a girl and she goes home. So then the second episode comes around and this is the winner's queen, the queens that won their lip syncs, plus the eliminated girl. She was put into this team. And they did their song, they did their dance, and no one went home. So then this third episode comes around, and it's basically the same episode 2, but with the eliminated queens. They do their song, they do their dance, and no one goes home. So we're on episode 4, and no one's gone home yet. Do you understand the problem now?
Yeah.
It's nice.
I think it's quirky, like what they did with the back and forth.
It was also a lot of starting and stopping. I saw this in a video. I forgot who made this video, but they were like, it was a lot of start and stop in the first episode, and it was just boring because it was the same thing over and over again. And I agree. Yeah. So we're on episode 4, and people are finally starting getting eliminated. Yay. And then the reunion comes around. I don't know what they did with this reunion, how they messed it up so bad when they did such an amazing reunion the season before. They got the queens to pre-record what they wanted to say, and they just played that over these weird interviews, kind of like the Vogue 110 questions or whatever that is, with the final 4. And it's weird because it was so weird. Like, it wasn't a reunion. No one was together. That's the whole point of the reunion, is that they're together, but no one was together.
United at last.
It was weird. And then they made them do like music videos or something. It was weird. It was so weird. I did not like it one bit. I'm sorry, I did not. I hated that reunion so much. I was like, I hate this. This is boring. How dare they? And then the finale was around, and this was filmed. I think it was filmed like March or April of 2021. I don't remember what the COVID protocols were back then, but they didn't have anyone in the audience, so it was just the queens on stage with RuPaul. Lip syncing for the crown as they did, the prior seasons. But it was weird. It was just weird. And then they had the previews.
The vibes were off.
The vibes were off, I will say, because there was no audience. So it's like if you watch Diana the musical on Netflix, there's no reactions, so it just feels weird. So season 13 was interesting. A lot of people didn't like it. I was impartial. I don't know. I don't know. There were some good parts. There were some bad parts. The Rusical was also hated because season 12 had the amazing Madonna Rusical. The season had the social media Rusical. You remember that one.
I think I vaguely do.
Although I personally, I didn't mind it, but I didn't love it. It was okay. I'm gonna put her right here, I think. So that's season 13. Bottom 3. Now we're season 14. So this one started airing January 6th? Oh, January 7th, 2022.
So close.
Another 16 episodes. This season still had the double premiere. They still had no one go home for the first 2 episodes up until episode 3. So the big twist for this season was everyone had a chocolate bar that was unopened, and one person had a golden chocolate bar, which would save them from going home.
That's where that comes from.
It's chocolate. Bah, bah.
Wait, can I interject real quick?
Yes.
I love just hearing all of this and finding out that all of just so okay, you know that one time when we did the drag race simulator?
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting so much context for everything with each of these challenges, and I love just like hearing you say it, and I'm like, oh my god, that's where that's from. Oh my god.
It's you eating your M&M. It's chocolate. And I did the bum bum. It's so funny. But what ended up happening with the season, I don't remember exactly what episodes they were, but for about 4 episodes, no one went home. I think first, I'm trying to remember, everyone did so good in the acting challenge that RuPaul said, no one's going home, we're going to do a top 2 and they'll lip sync. And then the selling episode was their snatch game. And everyone did so bad that RuPaul said, no, I'm not just going to eliminate someone, I'm going to make you do a Lollapalooza. Which is where they face off against each other, and then the people who lose the most
it was so bad.
It was apparently so bad. It was pretty bad, low key. And then so one person went home that episode, and then the second episode no one went home, and I think that another person didn't go home. It was a lot of people not going home for a few episodes. So it was going here, and then it just stalled, and then it started picking up, and then because of so many people not going home, we actually ended up with not a top 4 but a top 5. The first and only top 5 we've ever had. So they actually ended up changing the format to what they had in season 7 and 8, where each queen did a song, a little mini song, and then RuPaul chose the top 2, and then they lip sync for the crown. Overall, the season was pretty good. There was a lot of amazing queens. It was really entertaining. It was sad because one of the front runners, her name was Cornbread, got knocked out on the 3rd episode because she injured her ankle. So she had to go home. There's a lot. How many people have been injured? Let's see. Season 9, Eureka. I think it's just 9, and then season 14. Either way, that kind of changed the trajectory of a lot of queens, but it wasn't a bad season. I liked it. By the way, season 1 through 14 are on Paramount Plus. If you're in the US, you want to watch them, they're there. But season 14, for me, I liked it. A lot of people were impartial. We got our first straight cis man as competing. We stand Metamorphosis. She was really funny.
We stand.
She has a series on her YouTube channel called Give It To Me Straight, where she interviews queens, and I love it.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put season.
Love diversity.
I'm gonna put her here. Oh, I'm gonna put her here. Here. Put it there.
Are they ranked in order?
Yes. Mm-hmm. And now we're at our latest season 15, with the most queens we ever had. 16 queens. 16 episodes. So season 15 started airing January 6th, 2023. It has not concluded filming as of this recording. I will come back at the end of the video after I've reacted to the finale and give my thoughts on the finale. But season 15, we just had the reunion as we're recording this yesterday. Season 15 was it moved once again from VH1 to MTV. We thought this move was gonna be good. We said, "Yay, mainstream, going to drag." MTV decided that it was a good idea to give Todrick Hall a TV show, and put it right after Drag Race, and cut Drag Race from an hour and a half to 1 hour. Put Todrick's show from for half an hour, and then film and then air the Untucked episode. The Untucked is when the queens go backstage and they talk while the judges are deliberating. This was controversial to say the least, because now we have 16 queens and basically 40 minutes to get to know them. Not to mention, the first episode was a 1 hour long or 2 hour long episode, so they actually split. Episode 1 and 2 are basically part 1 and part 2 of the first episode, technically. So that was good because we did get to know the queens. This time around, we actually did not have any saves until the finale. So we've actually, every single week, someone was eliminated.
That's probably good considering you don't have time.
Yes, exactly. So every single week, someone was eliminated. Sometimes there were so many good lip syncs that there was times where people were like, it should have been a double save, but it wasn't. And yeah, so basically we technically have I guess if you don't count the reunion, 14 competitive episodes, right? Yeah. And it was I think it's been good, but again, the cutting it from an hour and a half to 1 hour with 16 queens was not smart at all, because basically I think because they stopped that in March 4th was when they started going back to the hour and a half format, because the other show had ended by then. So it was basically half the season was cut in half. So half the queens didn't really get that much airtime. There were queens who got, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes in total before they were eliminated. So people don't like that, and people are like, release the full edit, and I think they should, because during the finale they started showing unaired footage of the judges deliberating, and normally that's a thing that they do, but it was edited. There was like banners that came up, there was stuff, which means that the footage was ready and they had to cut it, because this season, up until they started going back to the regular format, there was no deliberation with the judges, there was no mini challenges. Yeah. The episode started, they went to the main challenge, they did the main challenge, someone was eliminated, done, because it was 30 minutes. And it was crazy. It felt like it was so fast. So
that's fault of the network, but also, why did they bring 16 queens in?
Because I assumed they thought that they were gonna get the hour and a half.
But still, it's like, that's too much. I feel like it's better if you give less people even more screen time if you get the opportunity than just fill in the gaps.
That's what people were saying online too. They're like, I like the idea of 16 queens if it was a longer season. Because I didn't mind the eliminating after eliminating, but there were times where someone deserved to stay so bad and they had to go because there was just too many queens and not enough episodes.
It's a disservice to everybody if they just add more people than they can really take care of.
Exactly. So, but season 15 was pretty good. Obviously, we don't know who the winner is. I'm Team Sasha Colby, but that's just me.
I can't wait to either see you screaming that, like, she won, or just crying on camera.
Maybe both. I'm gonna put season 15. It's gonna be controversial, but I'm gonna put her here. I really do like season 15 a lot.
Oh my God.
I love the queens. I think the challenges were fun. There was a few that were a little but this is my final ranking as of now. Once the finale airs, we'll see if my ranking changes.
Anything you want to change last minute, or is that the final?
That's what I'm gonna look.
Ranking?
Put her up here because I feel bad. I think this will be it for now. So for now, I guess this is a goodbye. Muskan, do you have anything else to add?
No, I think this was really informative. I enjoyed being with you on this journey. Learning about your favorite thing in the whole world.
Yeah, I do love Drag Race. I mean, I watched almost every season except for season 1.
You're so shady towards it.
In Thailand. In Thailand 2. But apparently we might be getting Thailand 3. I haven't confirmed that though. I need to see.
Is that good or bad in your eyes?
I haven't watched season 1 or 2, but I know it's very well beloved.
Oh,
Hmm.
nice.
Um, so I'll be right back. And you'll either see me cry or be really happy. Um, well, I think Sasha's gonna win though. So I just watched the season 15 finale, and let me just say, I knew she was gonna win. Congratulations, or should I say, congratulations, Sasha Colby, our latest winner of RuPaul's Drag Race season 15. So now I want to talk about the finale mainly. That's what I'm gonna focus on today. So let me just move my microphone so I can get a better look at you guys. Or y'all. I love the finale. I'm really loving the fact that they all get their own solo performances before RuPaul chooses the top two. I think it's a fun way for us to reconnect with the queens once again, because for them, it's been months since they last been on screen. So it's fun. And I love that this time around, they actually made the songs longer. So season 14, the songs were about a minute. And this time they actually bumped them up to a minute and a half. And I feel like that really helped with the pacing of the song, because with season 14, you really weren't invested in the song because it started and ended so quickly. But this time around, I was able to get invested. And I'm gonna rank them, okay? This is just my own personal opinion. I think obviously Sasha Colby, number one, right, with Goddess, Goddess. Number two, for me, was Mistress. I loved Mistress' performance. I thought it was really different for her, and we know that she struggled with choreography during the season, so it was nice to see her completely do choreography, and the song was really catchy. Now, number three for me was Anitra. I loved the song. Some people said that they were missing something, right, with the song, like a little something, and I do agree, there was something missing there, but I still loved it. And unfortunately, my fourth place for me was Lux. Although a good song, I feel like we've seen so much. Oh, it's fashion. It was giving me Legs by Naomi Smalls, if I'm being honest. But I loved it nonetheless. Now I want to talk about the performance that they did. They kind of, the wig loose performance. I thought that was lovely. Some people were saying it was just filler, and I do agree it was probably filler, but it was nice. It was a nice message, and obviously Jinx Monsoon singing "When You're Good to Mama" was the highlight for me, because I love Chicago. I love Jinx Monsoon. Love Mama Morton. So it was just like, yes, 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 yes. And then obviously they did their final lip sync. And I mean, there was no competition. I'm sorry, Anitra. I think you are amazing, but Sasha Colby swept the floor and then laid on her coat. So it was amazing. Congratulations, Sasha Colby, our new winner. I can't wait for the next season. All Stars was already announced, All Stars 8. So let me know if you want me to cover the All Stars before All Stars 8 is done. And before I say goodbye, let me know if you want me to cover All Stars 8, or at least all the All Stars up until 8, because I would love to do that as well. It was so fun to do this video. And I also want to know, what other shows, movies, video games would you like me to cover on this? I want to review anything and everything y'all want. So please let me know down below what I should cover next. Also, make sure you answer the question of the week, which was... And the question of the week will be, what's your favorite season of Drag Race and why? I want to know. I need to know, because I don't have a favorite. I really don't. I like them all, kind of. We'll get into it.
Mine is Drag Race España, even though that's not from the main Drag Race for season one.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you can stay tuned whenever we upload new videos, and you can become part of the SKRAMM family. The SKRAMM fam. No, I hate that. Well, I'll think about that. And if you subscribe, Muskan will give you one big hug. Guaranteed. She signed. So let us know down below. So make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and see y'all next time. Bye!